Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a treat. We have got DauT playing in the north corner of the map in blue as the Delhi Sultanate, and in the south, his opponent today will be Core playing in orange as the Abbasid dynasty. So it's going to be fantastic watching DauT play again. As we all know, he's one of the greatest of all times in Age of Empires 2. Now committing somewhat to Age of Empires 4, has already qualified for the Red Bull Wallaroo Legacy for Age of Empires 2. Now looking to try and do so for Age of Empires 4. Going up with the Dome of the Faith, their Delhi Sultanate, quite a standard opening for DauT so far. And in the south, of course, the House of Wisdom. Going up with the Economic Wing is Core. It'd be a fascinating matchup, as you can see, Core going for a lot of villages on stone. As expected, the Abbasid dynasty going for that 2-town centre opening. And we shall see the Delhi Sultanate be queuing up all those upgrades. Let's take a look at what he's got so far. He's actually already got efficient production, getting in piety at the moment. And I'm sure we'll be queuing up sanctity when he does get into the feudal age. And a little bit way off that just for now. It does have villages working on it though. 4 villages to be precise. The map is Dry Arabia. One of the staples of competitive esports for Age of Empires 4. Lots of sheep being brought back for DauT. It appears like it was only just the one scout, but he's done quite a decent job. Got quite the haul of sheep there. Just for the one scout. Pretty impressive. I suspect maybe Core only went for one scout as well. That is indeed the case. But DauT getting the better of the sheep situation, I think. Well, actually, I take that back because there has been a massive deposit of sheep for Core. Let's just double check on that. So 9 sheep there for DauT. 9 sheep there for Core, but the big difference is that Core does have a couple more coming in. 3 villages and gold should be enough to sustain the scholar production coming out of the Dome of the Faith, and there is that sanctity being researched now for the Delhi Sultanate, opening with a stable, maybe looking to get some horsemen onto the field in the early feudal age. The Abbasid dynasty going for the deer patch for the site for the secondary town centre. A very nice spot there. Going to be protecting this entrance to the right side of the base with that town centre. Can act as a static defense as well as the production of villagers from that. An efficient production has been researched and it has come in now for Core. So the villagers will be 50% cheaper. We'll be able to take advantage of that with the second town centre. Going for a blacksmith DauT to get those free upgrades. Has got the scholar inside the stable, so we'll be double producing, or producing twice as fast from the single stable. A nice eco setup here for DauT so far. And the nice thing is, oh, this is actually a problem for Core. He might lose a lot of his sheep here. There are 2 horsemen on the chase, and the horsemen are faster, but it looks like Scout might just about get away with it. Core will want to bring that scout home, and the sheep be a problem if he loses a lot of those sheep. Not a big deal because they will be reliant on the berries, but still, that's a significant number. And I think with the 2 horsemen, it could be enough to even just one-shot the sheep. He wants to go for the lame. He's going to focus on the scout. I think the scout will get away with it. Yep, starting to take out some of the sheep. Leaves him with the sheep to remain. Doesn't get baited into it. It continues to produce those horsemen, so there's going to be lots of horsemen on the field actually for DauT. And now with Core getting quite a few villagers on that deer patch. The food income is going to be pretty high for him, that's for sure. Especially with the villagers being half price. Yep, double stable now for Core. Berries being taken. Almost done. Looks like Core is looking to wall up this left side. Does have a deer patch there. Safe within those walls if he gets those walls up. A couple of horsemen there for DauT. Would have actually noticed that villager. Doesn't notice in time there, DauT. Won't be quick enough to snipe that villager. 3 horsemen are going to be wrapping around here for Core. This is not really a fight that DauT will want to engage in. He does engage, gets the first hit, and then he backs off. Couple of spearmen for DauT here as well, but just protect that gold line. We won't want to leave that to expose too much. He knows that there's horsemen on the field. Scout might be taken out there. The scout is indeed taken out, but DauT looking to push this issue. He's got quite a few horsemen here. Definitely got the numbers advantage. Gets a few hits as well, and that's a good initial engagement to the fight. But Core going to bring the horseman back home to his base and has some reinforcements to refresh that army. Villager does get pulled away though. Horseman going through the left side. Looking to see if they can get some value. Horsemen looking to try and get some value on that gold vein, but there aren't any villagers there today. Not now. The sacred sites are slowly being taken now. Scholars will be under pressure. Right, sacred site does get taken, but only temporarily because it's now being decapped, and Core's quite happy just to lead the scholar and just make sure he decaps the sacred sites. That'll be 300 gold per minute that he's getting here, DauT, so far, but it is being contested now. A couple of spearmen being sent there should be able to deal with that horseman. On the front line, it's going to be horseman versus horseman. There is a camel archer there, that's quite significant, because this will actually cause cavalry units to deal 20% less damage. So that's been pretty significant. The chase continues. Core is chasing these horsemen back. Now, deciding to leave the area. There is a camel there. That would change that fight. And Core trying to trap him in with the villager building the walls, but doesn't quite manage it. Horsemen do manage to flee the scene. But behind this, importantly, the two sacred sites are still under the control of the Delhi Sultanate, and that's not to be sniffed at because this is going to be 300 gold per minute. And could even look to try and get this left sacred site. Probably try to... actually, there's a wolf there guarding, so I suspect he hasn't tried that just yet. Maybe looking to do so. Now, this gives a bit of an opportunity for Core to head back home, build up his army again. It does have start that second town centre, really running quite nicely. 44 villagers to the 34 for DauT, but don't forget DauT has got a lot of the economic upgrades for free. So that'll certainly be helping. Looks like, yep, there is the scholar. Like DauT was trying to get that western sacred site, but will be poked to death by the horsemen. And the horsemen are going to start to ride out for Core. Very nice usage of the stealth forests here for DauT. Looking two horsemen there, looks to keep just keen eye as to what's going on. Does engage in the fight. DauT might want to try and save these two horsemen. Doesn't manage to get out though. They look to be trapped in the stealth forests. Got some scouting intel, but paid the price for it. A couple of spearmen though. Does get a good engagement there. Core rushing in with 3 horsemen, and 2 of them should go down. They do indeed. 2 horsemen for free. So what DauT lost, Core lost also. And that'd be a nice fight there for DauT. There is a camel archer that might be looking to try... oh, actually quite a few camel archers trying to snipe the spearmen. Oh, they do bonus damage on the spearmen. DauT hasn't noticed. Spearmen will be going down. Might be able to take out 1 camel archer for the value, but no. The camel archers ripped through those. Spearmen are now down and out. And I feel like Core got the better of that in the end. But that second side on the left is going to be capped now for DauT. Getting that second town centre of his own on the woodline stone, and the deer patch is relatively close by. And we do see now a barracks being put down with the scholar inside, garrisoned inside. Only 1 scholar in the mosque so far, 2 standing outside idle. It's going to be a stable. Going to be horsemen and spearmen for the Delhi Sultanate. Should be a decent engagement here for DauT though. Let's get a good few pokes at the camel archers. A couple of spearmen going to be coming in behind as well. I say a couple, 12 of them, plenty. And 2 horsemen do get trapped there for Core, so good trades here for DauT, that is for sure. Spearmen get involved. And now DauT all of a sudden looking quite strong, which is rather a surprise. These camel archers are very expensive. If they can build up into a large mass, that will become a problem. But the thing is there are 3 sacred sites. Look at that gold income for DauT. Already sitting at 1,000. I mean, he probably just needs to stop producing just for a short while of villagers and horsemen and spearmen. It's quite a heavy food army composition here. He'll be able to get to the castle age. Gold is nowhere near that position for Core, but he is working on it. 10 villagers on the case for Core. Right side of sacred side looking to be decapped by 1 horseman. I think if you get the feeling left out, can just keep a couple of spearmen on each sacred side. Should be able to protect that up, and DauT not really opting to wall around them. Doesn't really have the wood for that. A couple of horsemen circle around the backside. They do get a couple of pokes and does get a village kill out of it. But worth it in the end. That's something DauT needs to pay attention to. Won't want to lose too many villagers to raids. Villagers going out there again on the berry patches. The sacred site has been neutralized on the right, so only 2 sacred sites remaining for DauT, but it looks like he's aging up. And he is indeed aging up with the House of Learning. Might be looking to go into man-at-arms. We'll need to see how he decides to play this one. Core also going up with the Culture Wing. No, it's gonna be the Culture Wing. Gonna be getting the cheaper upgrades if he does go for Preservation of Knowledge. Reduces the cost of all technology by 30%. Archery range, barracks and 2 stables, so certainly full on ahead with the production. Full steam ahead for Core rather. Let's take a look at the village count. 64 to 44. Only villager lead, but don't forget there are 2 sacred sites. That's 300 gold passively coming in. Might be looking to make that 450. Both players do reach the castle age at almost the exact same time. The big difference is that DauT does have the potential to keep the scholars on the relics. It doesn't actually have them there. We need to grab those relics. Quite a few idle villages there. Need to be careful not to keep them too idle for too long. Horsemen on the chase. Where are those scholars? Have they been rolling out? One's being picked up already. I'm surprised that DauT didn't go for those relics a bit further forward. It is what it is. Engagement here. Core does lose a couple of horsemen though. It took a wrong turn. They do have to back off now. See the veterancy upgrades coming in for the camel archers and the spearmen. So it looks like going to be camel archer spearman play for Core. Scholars moving out. Getting an outpost in the right slap bang in the middle of the map, giving him lots of vision. DauT needs to be careful about the camel archers. There's quite a few of them now. Looking to decap the left sacred site. Right side did sacred site has been decapped. One relic has been brought in, or is being brought in. Actually, no, one has already been brought in. 2 now have been deposited. But DauT has Core gone for a mosque of his own? It doesn't appear so. Giving up relic control just for now. Spearmen do take out the horseman on the right side. Might end up seeing a scholar on that right side of sacred site again, but looks like Core's quite happy to decap the central sacred site. Quite a large army here of spearmen, horsemen, and camel archers. DauT's going to need something in response. He needs to be careful here. Got quite a few horsemen of his own, but not much more. Going for stables. Looks like it's going to be knights coming out. Lancers probably the play here. And it is indeed going to upgrade those horsemen to veterans. And needs to be careful about this army coming on the left. There are 3 spearmen. That's not going to be enough. A couple of villages there for DauT. Need to be pulled away. It hasn't reacted just yet. Villages are being pulled now, but they're going towards the horsemen. And they're going to be engulfed. And 7 of them are going to be losing their lives. That is for sure. Absolute massacre on that berry patch. Villagers not garrisoned inside the town centre. Actually, 1 does survive to live the tale. Oh, only on a little bit of health there. And that's huge value. Only 1 horseman, 2 horsemen being lost for all of that. Good 6 villagers killed there. 78 villages for Core, 50 for DauT. Great engagement for Core. The Lancers are starting to be queued up. Doesn't quite have the food for it though. Another relic being picked up, a wolf being annoying though. Stealing that relic from under the nose of Core. I wonder if Core will realise that and bring the troops home to take care of that. DauT doing fantastic work to get the relics in. 2 in so far. Working on the 3rd. Well, I think the scholars should be able to make it back. Looks like Core making a move for the left sacred site. I think DauT will want to contest this area because there's a sacred site and a relic there. DauT diving into the wood line. Won't want to dive in too much further because there are camel archers behind this. DauT not paying attention. Oh, he is paying attention. He is paying attention. I'll take it back. He's going to run it back now. Oh, no, that's a bad fight. That is a terrible fight. He loses 1 horseman, 2 horsemen. Now does back off into the stealth forest. Looking to pick up the right side of sacred site. We hear elephants. We hear the beautiful sound of elephants. 2 spearmen do take care of the horsemen. Outpost going on that back berries. Needs to maintain control of this area because there is gold and berries here. Spearmen looking to run in. Oh, a lot of dead villagers there. You can see the carcass, the bodies. That looks terrible. Another town centre going forward here in a nice position next to the berries. Offers a protection, static defences there. Right side of sacred site does get taken. The horsemen going to cycle around the back area now. There is an outpost there. 5 villagers will all be able to garrison in. Oh, good engagement for DauT, that is for sure. Spearmen get a good few kills there, 2 to be exact. Horsemen going to try and snipe some of the villagers. Villagers do garrison inside the outpost. Again, decent output of damage here. Oh, the horsemen stop. They stop at the berries. They're going to take a terrible fight again. Spearmen taking out another horseman. Villagers pop out to gather berries again. Scholars coming back into the middle of the map. There are lancers on the field. 2 elephants. 2 tower elephants. Looks like Core is going for lots of walling up. He is ahead on economy. Look at that food income for Core. Absolutely insane. Looking to be able to get up to the Imperial Age very soon. DauT, not so much. Very committed. Is very much committed to the castle age here. It's quite far behind the villagers. Get the feeling as the game goes on, Core is going to be looking in a stronger position. Spearmen engage again. Take 2 horsemen. Now the relic is going to be picked up here as well. So the good thing for DauT is, whilst he is behind the villagers, does have 300 gold coming in from the sacred sites. Has 4 relics. That's another 400 gold. That's very significant. 700 gold per minute. Getting another relic as well to make it 800 gold per minute eventually. That'll be the equivalent of 20 villagers. 62 villagers to 95. That'll eat up into the difference a little bit. Rather surprised that DauT's not looking to wall up these sacred sites to protect them. And to make things worse for DauT, Core is on 3 town centres. Farming economy has been set up now for DauT. Looking to get that 3rd sacred site, the one in the middle. Oh, looks like Core has just been pipped to the post. But DauT need to be careful that this area isn't pushed. It is being contested by that scholar. Or imam, rather, for the Abbasid dynasty. A couple of lancers rush in, but they're going to be pushed back by the number of spearmen there. That's a large army here. A couple of man-at-arms diced in there as well. 52 military for DauT, 66 for Core. Hard to see where the military are for DauT. She's already back here. Tower elephants. We'll be making up a decent amount of that. 4 of them. All 5 relics have been brought in for DauT. Not been able to take the second side. I don't think DauT has noticed. Does send her horsemen though. Yeah, he has noticed now. Sends a group of horsemen. Might need to see some keeps being placed by both players. Just need some defensive structures here. But mangonels are coming out on the field for Core. Looking to start building those siege units. Archery range is going down as well, just to make sure we can spend the economy that is built up here. And Core actually spent the gold, so he wasn't looking to go to the Imperial Age just yet. He knows that there's a big threat for the Delhi Sultanate in the Castle Age. There's that 3rd sacred site being capped. Means that DauT activates the timer. Around 20 minutes, 35 seconds approximately. Large group of spearmen here. Base has been walled off. Protects a nice gold vein there and a stone vein. Stone outcropping. 2 mangonels on the field have been deployed already. I think Core is just waiting for the push, and that push is coming now. Elephants with spears in behind. I just don't get the feeling this is enough. He probably needs a couple more scholars as well. Look at the number of spearmen here for Core. He knows what's coming. The spears will deal with the tower elephants. Then get a good surround. Tower elephants going to start to work on this town centre. The town centre probably will go down. There are 10 villagers in there. Mangonels get some shots off. And that's a problem. Spearmen get a lot of damage to them. Scholars being put to the back. Need to be healing up the units. Again, spearmen bearing the brunt of the damage. Focusing on the market, strangely enough. The Lancers go into this fight, and there are lots of spearmen in hand. It's going to be spearmen on spearmen, but don't forget the 2 mangonels behind. Mangonels will be looking to be sniped by the spearmen for DauT. Core popping down a keep by the gold. That'd be significant. 1 mangonel does go down. I'm not sure we'll be able to get the second. That's a problem. Certainly for DauT, and the spearmen now in large numbers. DauT heading back home. He has no choice. Doesn't have the economy to back this up, or the army. Does lose 1 tower elephant, maybe losing a second. Scholars are going to be sacrificed. Being brought home now. Army does head back home, but being chased down by the veteran horsemen and spears for Core. Looking to try and get a surround on those tower elephants. Spearmen going to be engaging for DauT. He needs to get those elephants back home. Needs to protect them, keep them alive. Camel archers there on the back line though. Those camel archers will rip through those spearmen. Loses another elephant, and this is looking bad for DauT here. He's going to be able to make it out, I hope. Well, you kind of hope for DauT, but I think some scholars are going to be sacrificed. A couple of tower elephants again going down. The majority will make it home, but at what cost? They've not been able to survive this expedition. He turns around and fights. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Spearmen there in the front line. Another tower elephant goes down. Now both armies decide to head back. Camel archers there. Decent number of them still remain for Core. There is a spring on replacement in that outpost. Now Core quite happy to build on the map control. Has a forward keep on that central sacred site. Will be decapping that sacred site and does stop that timer for the sacred site victory win condition. Gonna have to be a plan B for DauT. Gonna go out for a keeper of his own. 24 minutes almost onto the game, and a couple of horsemen being sent here on the left side. Quite a big gold vein site here on the left side. Just one outpost there. Won't be enough to garrison all the villages. Horsemen missing out there a little bit. Spearmen going to drive them away. Left side is sacred site being decapped now as well. The gold is possibly going to become a problem for here for DauT. Let's have a couple of spearmen just protecting the villages. Good fight for DauT here on the stealth forest. The horsemen do back off though. Keep goes up. Will we see those upgrades being queued up? Village fortresses is what we want to see. Boiling oil first. Let's have a siege workshop of his own now. An outpost with a spring replacement in a nice position actually. Going to be denying a part of that wood line. Possibly. Villages get too close. Just the one sacred site under the control of the Delhi Sultanate now on that right side. And you just get the feeling that Core is waiting to get up to the next stage, but DauT's going to probably get there first. He is now investing in the Imperial Age. Going up with the Palace of the Sultan, which automatically produces tower elephants. You can garrison up to 4 scholars in the landmark to increase the production speed. And yeah, you can see 3 scholars there already making their way there, ready to garrison inside. Core not yet clicked up to the Imperial Age, rather surprising. Probably will do now. Yep, there it is. Going up with the military wing. Completely population capped. That is a big issue. How isn't the Imperial Age, but he doesn't have the population really to match. That's a decent army, but get the feeling the army is certainly better here for Core. Moving out now, he's applying the pressure with a trebuchet, and this might be a bit too much for DauT. We'll see if he can fight this off or not. Gonna have to. There's a keep here though. Horseman and Camel Archer is going to dive in that outpost. We'll notice the keep. Villagers repairing already, using the stone. DauT has about 800 to 900 stone. Still mining it. Boiling oil taking a long time to come in. Spearmen on the front line for DauT, doing good work here, but the Camel Archers will start to rip through those. The Spearmen going forward for Core. Spearmen are engaging for DauT, but you just don't feel like they have the numbers. On the right side, what's going on there? Not much. Just a couple of villagers going for the stone. Tower elephants are behind. Mangonel's getting good volleys off at the Spearmen. This is looking bad for DauT. DauT has gone for hand cannoneers. Now don't forget, this is a key bit of detail. DauT is in the Imperial Age. Core not yet there, and Core might lose everything here in the Castle Age. And that's a big problem. DauT getting these upgrades for free. They do take a while to come in though. 2.5 minutes already still waiting on the insulated helm. That's going to take a while. But we'll now start to be able to produce those tower elephants for free. With the 4 scholars garrison inside, he'll need as many of those as he can get. Oh, this is a problem here. Keep there for Core in a fantastic position, and we talked about this earlier, how important it was to secure this area. And the thing is, DauT had enough stone for a keep. That is a significant position. And Core does get Imperial Age on the back of this, and Core can move out here. There's a lot of gold here to be mined. That is going to be a big focus for the fight, you feel, because gold is key in this game. Trebuchet still continues to fire off here. Core can afford Imperial Age again almost. And of course, the Delhi Sultanate aren't really known for their impressive Imperial Age. The Abbasid, on the other hand, are no joke in the Imperial Age. Looks like DauT is looking ready to push. Building up the population. It's going to be lacking gold though. Let's take a look at the gold income at the moment. 900. Don't forget, he does have 5 relics, so that'll certainly sustain him. Bombard on the field as well. And certainly, you feel like the longer this game goes on, DauT might be in a decent position. If DauT can really prolong this game into the hyper late game, that could be a win condition for him because he does have 5 of the relics. Having said that, Core should be in a good position to keep hold of the sacred sites for quite some time. I'm pretty surprised that Core hasn't gone for this right side of sacred site. There is an outpost there, to be fair. 2 to be exact. That tower elephants are on the menu for Delhi Sultanate today. Getting an outpost there, that'll be taken down very quickly by the trebuchets. 2 of them now. And Core doing better of the jobs to keep the keeps in ideal positions. And yeah, villages now for Core going on the left side for the gold. That's going to be key. There is a spring on replacement in the outpost. There's going to be a contention here for this area, that's for sure. I'm surprised that DauT isn't getting a keep here. He has the time to do so. And he's not going to be able to now. Villagers are swooping in. We'll lose a couple. Core won't mind, he's got plenty. Yeah, very surprised that a keep hasn't been put there for DauT. That's a bit of a concern. Spearmen are still only veteran, taking too long to become elite. These are elite horsemen now. Elite spearmen, veteran camel archers, 2 culverins. This is looking strong for core. DauT needs to be careful not to take a fight here unnecessarily. Spears engage. He needs to wait for his upgrades, you feel. Spears, veteran spearmen still do a decent job. Couple of gunpowder units, these hand cannoneers are behind. There is a keep going on the right side, but core looking to stonewall this area, and DauT wasn't quick enough to the gold. There's a lot of gold here, guys. That might be make or break for this game, to be honest. It will lead to a very big power spike in terms of being able to produce those gold units. Mangonos get a good fire off on the spearmen. Tower elephants heading forwards. There's a keep now there. It's a nice place to fall back to for core. DauT is now population capped. This game is going to the super late game. As you can see, armored beasts coming in. A lot of the upgrades will take some time. Camel archers pushing forward. Hand cannoneers being built by core as well now. 2 culverins doing a good job taking out the tower elephants. I'm surprised not to see more scholars here. Now the thing is, the Abbasid dynasty, we should never forget, they only have 2 landmarks that they have to be taken out to lose the game. Trebuchets are moving forward, looking to put pressure on the keep even further. Stone is going to be an issue for DauT sooner rather than later. The focus of the attention in the fight is certainly down the middle right now. See, DauT being patient, needs those upgrades, taking a long while. Spearman rushing in, looking to try and snipe the trebuchets, might get one at least. Should be able to get 2. Spearman getting a decent surround. There it is. 2 trebuchets do go down. Now he backs off DauT. Doesn't want to engage too quickly, too prematurely, and might lose a tower elephant. He does lose a tower elephant. Spearman engage with the spearman. I think if you're DauT, you won't necessarily mind losing the spearman. You want to keep these. You want to keep the tower elephants alive for as long as possible, though. Scholars on the back line. Probably needs a couple more. Oh, it's a big fight here. DauT loses 1 elephant, and 2, and 3. Spearman getting good value, and 4. That's a good fight there for core. Let's head back to the keep. Again, the culverin doing pretty well here. Okay, the upgrades are starting to come in though for Delhi Sultanate. That's quite key. There is a gold vein here on the right, 8,000 gold there. Pretty significant. Both players looking for a stalemate, it seems here. Now there's 14 tower elephants. DauT going heavy on the elephants and scholars. Adding 1 or 2 spearmen in the mix. And the impressive thing, don't forget, is he's getting these elephants from the Hussar Academy. Another one's going to be popping out soon. Let's just take a look at how long these take to train. One's coming out soon. Sorry, it's not the Hussar Academy, so rather it's the Palace of the Sultan. It's getting one every 1 minute 40 seconds. It's not a bad return. Has to be said. Getting a keep now in this position, central position, will have access to that stone for more keeps. Now the good thing is that for the Delhi Sultanate is with the village fortresses, he will be able to produce villages, but doesn't quite have that in yet. Would be another minute 20 seconds. Won't need the villages, to be fair. It's 200 population, but gold is almost drying up for core. He's got plenty in the bank there. Holy moly, almost 3.5k, and the food as well. And resources really starting to pile up for core. This is where it becomes slightly difficult for DauT, because you just get the feeling he won't be able to replenish his army as quick as core will. And DauT doing well to protect this village with a couple of horsemen. These are veteran horsemen versus the elite horsemen. But he is winning the numbers game. Elephants start to come in. Spearmen used to siege down the keep. The keep should go down here. That's going to be quite significant. Quite a few hand cannoneers though. Oh, the keep might not go down. The keep might not go down. It doesn't. It is on fire. Will the villagers come out to repair? They will. The core doesn't have all that much stone though. May need to trade for it in the market. Keeps to keep alive. That's actually pretty painful for DauT. Committed quite heavily to that. Want to get another outpost on that wood line. Could this turn into a wood game? Quite potentially. Has to be said, DauT does have the better wood lines. And Cap doing something very interesting is he's still actually got a 4,000 gold vein there. Taking this forward gold first. Is soaking up the gold. Getting the engagements there. Quite a few scholars. Tower elephants will be going down on the field though. A couple of spearmen on the front line for DauT as meat shield, but I'm not sure it's enough. 2 culverins there looking to snipe out the villagers. Villagers do go down. Hand cannon is in behind the spears and DauT looking under pressure here. Yeah, pushing this one back. Tower elephants are being sacrificed. Quite a few of them. Down to 10 now. Oh, tower elephants going forward again. Needs to head back here. DauT loses another. This is looking a problem for DauT. Slowly being pushed back. Not getting rid of this keeper is quite a big deal. Heading back to his own keep here. Village fortresses is in now. Looking to get slow burning defenses as well. Horsemen on the right side. These are now elite horsemen for the Delhi Sultanate. Couple of spearmen heading forward, looking just to see what's up. Mangonel has been deployed. Tower elephants not kind of a bit ambivalent about engaging. Decides to go forward and then back again. Sees the hand cannoneers. That is a fearsome force. Core banking up so much food, so much gold. Yeah, he's done quite well to spend it though. He was at around 3.5k. Certainly spending on something. Looks to be the hand cannoneers. A lot of hand cannoneers on the field here for Core. Taking a big engagement here now. Let's get relatively pushed back here for the Core. Heading back to the keep. He's quite happy to do so, I feel. But again, if you're DauT, you're not too keen on pushing too quickly. Quite happy to stall this out. With the 5 relics in play. Tower elephant's going to take an engagement here. Does have a couple of scholars. Horsemen going around the left side, maybe to snipe those villagers of gold. The gold's all but taken, my friend. There's no villagers to be had there. DauT getting a siege workshop on the front line. Hand cannoneers though do great work against the elephants. 2 go down, maybe even a third. Likely to be third. It is indeed the case that third goes down, and this is going to be a hard thing to deal with here. Core has a big mass of hand cannoneers. The Delhi Sultanate needs something against this. The horsemen do get through though. We're looking to decap that left sacred site. Hand cannoneers and horsemen on the menu for Core. DauT struggling to keep the population up at 200. Heading back to the keep. Does have a trebuchet on the field now though. Certainly helped to try and take down that keep on the front lines, but the 2 culverins should do good work at outranging that. Let's just check out the range for this. 12 tiles range on the culverins. 16 tiles range, so the culverins won't be able to range that too easily. Might want to just sneak in and dive in and shoot that trebuchet down and then head back. Tower elephants actually heading forward now. Spearmen do look to go forward. A couple of them die pretty quickly, and there we are. There goes the trebuchet. Let's take a look at that range again. I feel like culverins would be outranging them. 12 tiles range. Okay, in any case, the horsemen do cycle through. It looks like they're trying to get some value. Spearmen on the chase. Seems to be down and out. Interestingly, this could become a wood game. As you can see, Core getting a bit desperate, going for the forward wood lines. Will actually chop through his own stone walls. He's now getting another layer of protection with stone walls. He needs to be conscious about a landmark snipe. We'll have to be conscious about that as the Abbasid dynasty. Only 2 landmarks that you have. Look at the stone income here for DauT. 3,500. Got stone for days. Trying to break through here on the right side with 14 horsemen. 40 minutes almost on the clock. Feel like it's going to take something special for one of the players to break through. Ami is going around the left side for Core, looking to push from this position here with that keep. I'm surprised that Core hasn't got hold of this sacred site again. Trying to break in once more with the tower elephants and the horsemen. Difficult to break through with the culverins and the keep there. We're going to try and go around the wood line. I don't know if that's a good idea. We'd be walking underneath the keep, and that does have boiling oil. DauT is now up to 200 population. Actually only has 90 economy, 110 military, 130 economy for Core, 70 military, and it's got to be because of the tower elephants taking up a lot of population space. Quite a few mangonels here. Ooh, one of them does get sniped though. Culverins. Couple of spearmen sent by Core, looking to just take out the horsemen on the left side sacred site. Probably will be taking that. Tower elephants garrisoning inside the outpost. As you know, you can fit a large number of elephants in these outposts. Don't ask me how, they can. They just somehow squeeze and hold their breath in. Don't forget the 5 relics can be a key difference in this game, you feel. DauT can hold on, that'll be key. Horsemen rushing in, spearmen in the back line. And cannoneers set up shop. They stand and fight. I'm not sure this is a good fight for DauT. Let's get quite a few of the hand cannoneers down though. Tower elephants doing a decent job against them. Heading towards woodline, hiding behind the forest. 2 culverins though, getting decent value. Also might be able to take an engagement against culverins. Don't want to dive in there though, the spearmen there. The spearmen get a lot of kills on DauT, wasting a lot of units there. Horsemen rushing to their deaths. And the tower elephants heading further forward. Horsemen are going to be coming right up against them. And just get the feeling DauT's taking really inefficient trades here. DauT is heading back towards his town, his keep. Couple of mangonels firing off though for the Delhi Sultanate. That'll help his position. Spearman on the front line for DauT in a nice position. Takes good hits on the horsemen. Ooh, DauT with the clutch play. Ungarrisons 5 tower elephants. Spearman looking to get a surround on some of these elephants. Scholars are there healing up. Get the feeling there aren't enough scholars though. The tower elephants just seem not to die. Looking strong here. The horsemen pushing forward again. Trying to take an engagement. Kind of flooding units here. The spearmen engaging against the horsemen. We're doing a lot of damage. Alright, sorry for that little bit of a hiccup. Nothing really missed. It's just a couple of horsemen did rush into those tower elephants. Tower elephants took care of that, and now we are back to square one, back in the face-off. Look at that food count for Core. You know what? I feel like this is going to come down to something insane, something really big, some sort of huge push, and I just wonder whether it'll be a landmark snipe. It's kind of heading that way. I mean, Core could potentially try and push in with his army, and if he's got lots of production buildings in the background, which he does have a decent number, he could maybe consider getting a massive horseman and try to stomp the landmarks, because don't forget, DauT is actually fully open. He's not walled at all. And just get the feeling he's going to need something drastic like that to finish this game off. But we'll see what this game has in store for us. 42 minutes on the clock. Cannon emplacements are coming in for DauT. Slowly but surely, the wood is being dried up on the map. This wood line is completely gone. A couple of villagers there for DauT. Now this is interesting because this is obviously not what DauT relies on. He doesn't need the wood from this particular location. But keeping some villagers here means that he's got some scouting information. He does have some scouting information with outposts as well, of course, but got to keep there to protect that gold, whatever's left of it. Look at the gold for DauT though. The 5 relics coming into clutch. As you can see, it's a war of attrition here, and Core is running out of gold. He's severely lacking of gold. He must have spent so much. That's a problem for Core. There's no trade set up just yet. And that's what's super interesting, because the gold income coming in from the 5 relics, again, that's 500 gold per minute. That is huge. 2 sacred sites are in play. Oh, it's just the 1 sacred site actually for Core. That's rather surprising. He's not gone for that left side of the sacred site just yet. But actually, no, I take that back. The trading is now in play with that trade post. Just see how much gold that is bringing in. Not too bad. 221 gold, 55 stone. That'll help him get some more keeps up as well. But look at the stone count for DauT. Absolutely ridiculous. 4,600 stone. And is that because of Tide Barns? That could indeed be because of Tide Barns. Or has he just been very aggressive with the stone mining? I think it's just stone mining, because he's not actually gathering more stone, not collecting more. At least not in the resources panel. Healing up his tower elephants. There's certainly a stalemate here. We keep going on the right side. Looks like DauT is looking to invest these keeps. We'll be protecting that trade post, but the trade post on the northwest is very much under control of Core, and this keep is coming to such clutch play. This keep was fantastic. It defended 2 gold mines and the trade post, which is where he is now trading. Stone walls all along the map as well. Also looking to get some raiding damage around the back. There is a couple of exposed farms. Keep going up slowly but surely with 3 villages. That's taken a while to build. Look at that food count for Core. Absolutely insane. Could he be working towards a wonder even? Surely not, right? I mean, DauT might even try it. Struggling on the wood though a little bit. Just get the feeling with the production builders going forward, just wonder whether... Yeah, I get the feeling something crazy is going to happen here. It might be Core. Might be setting himself up for a landmark snipe. Needs to be careful about his House of Wisdom and Town Centre though. Now these are incredibly good looking tower elephants. You can see it's got all the upgrades you could want. Fully kitted out. And that is definitely thumbnail worthy, isn't it? Holy smokes. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's a bit of fight now. Horsemen rushing in. Spearmen rushing in behind as well. Scholars there. Spearmen do form the front line for DauT. Also, sorry, the tower elephants in behind them. A couple of scholars in between. Scholars are going to be looking to be sandwiched in between those elephants. Keep them protected. Spearmen on the front line, as you can see. Not much in the back of this though for Core. Rather surprisingly, army didn't seem to be in large numbers there. 115 army for DauT, 61 for Core. Core losing out big time. Doesn't have the numbers. Holy smokes, the Scholars making a huge difference here. The Spearmen surviving for DauT. Didn't expect that at all. Again, Horsemen charge in, but they're charging into elite Spearmen. That is not the play. A couple of bombards in the background. We'll be doing some damage on the Tower Elephants, but there's so many Tower Elephants being healed up by the Scholars. The Spearmen on the front line being healed up by the Scholars as well. Spearmen getting so much value. Now the bombards are at risk of being taken down in behind the Mangonel and the Keep there. The Trebuchet is firing off for DauT in the background. That Trebuchet will probably be going down. Oh no, the Trebuchet is alive. It's alive on 10 HP. I take it back. It's just gone down now. But the Tower Elephant's getting so much value, and the Scholars on the front line healing each other up even. Spearmen are being rushed forward for Core though. Almost got the defender's advantage. You just get the feeling the production buildings numbers are higher for Core. Has got more resources in the bank, but the quality of army here for DauT looking to be overwhelming the situation. But the reinforcements for Core certainly helping here. Spearmen on the front line. The Spearmen for DauT have gone down. That is the lack of the meat shield. And that's going to become a problem for DauT. The Spearmen are getting a good surround. DauT shouldn't be taking this fight. He can't really afford to. The Spearmen are rushing in now for DauT. But you just get the feeling DauT hasn't got enough of those production buildings. Does lose 2 elephants there. Keep certainly helping. 2 Mangonels. Mangonels are running in and not him deploying. They're going to be sniped for free. That was a bit sloppy by DauT's high standards. Tower Elephants are not where they want to be. Scholar numbers aren't that great anymore. Spearmen versus Spearmen. And again, Core investing in some hand cannoneers, but the problem for Core doesn't have the gold, and he's rushing for wood on the front line. He's desperate for it. There is a keep there. Those villages aren't going to last very long. The Tower Elephants are so tanky. They're really getting their money's worth. And Cannoneers trying to do some damage. There are a couple of Mangonel. Just the one Mangonel. Sounded more than one. Sounded like more than one, but it's just the one there. The Core. Population capped to the brim is DauT. Core struggling to replace as quick as he's losing. Now Core is just streaming the army in. A couple of men-at-arms You've not been able to take an effective fight here. Just kind of streaming them in, single units at a time. And they are being pummeled by these tower elephants. Tower elephants now moving forward. DauT with the push forward does take that keep on that sacred site. And now is quite happy to push. Now the key issue is DauT is now struggling on the gold. What's going on here? Horseman. Yeah, Horseman on the back line. You can just get some radiant damage. Not too much happening. Scholar numbers have started to dwindle. This could be a window of opportunity for Core, but the Core is spending all his food. You can see it's a big fight here. Keep going there on the right side, looking to solidify the position, but the tower elephants are just staying alive. But scholar numbers are a little bit low. I don't know if DauT's got any more queued up. He certainly will want to do so. But DauT doing great work at keeping his population alive. Spearman on the front line for DauT, doing great work. Again, Core just not able to push this through. And as we say, it feels like it's going to take something spectacular. Now Core is struggling. Core is struggling for the food. Got a lot of investment in trading, and this could be the downfall for Core. The fact is, the 5 relics, that is more than 10 villagers gathering gold. Core is having to trade quite heavily, a lot of traders, which takes up population space, which means it doesn't have the population space for army. A forward keep coming down for DauT. He's got the stone, he's got loads of stone in the bank, and these tower elephants look a bit unstoppable now. This could be the push that begins the end of this game. Core tried to put up a bit of a fight, but he's struggling now. Tower elephants gonna move forward. And if you can take out the production buildings, that'll be a problem for Core. Does have a lot of them though. Now it's going to push forward with a couple of horsemen and spearmen. The gold is the issue. Core does have 3,500 in the bank, so could invest in more gold units. We shall see if that is the case. Mangana on the back line. Tower elephants making their way through, taking the buildings as they go through. Looks like this is a big push. Core can't stop this, that'll be a problem. Core struggling on the food. He's struggling for wood. He spent all his resources into that army, but DauT just taking the cost-effective trades. Don't forget, he has got the Palace of the Sultan, constantly building those tower elephants to replenish as well. Keep goes forward on the front line, and anything that comes forward there will be taken down. There's a strong keep. Strong position. Slowly but surely, DauT making his way forward. And don't forget, with the lack of wood on the map, these buildings will be hard to replace. Another keep going down. Keep on the right side protecting this wood here. I think Core's struggling for wood. That is the key issue. Let's take a look at how many villages Core has on wood. 23, I'm not sure where they are. We'll keep an eye on that. Spearman versus Spearman, tower elephants in behind. The problem for Core is it doesn't have any ranged units in behind to assist in the fight, whereas DauT does, and he has 2 keeps as well. It feels like Core is just engaging in a fight that he can't really win at this point. There is a mangonel there for Core though. Doing decent work. The spearman numbers for DauT starting to dwindle. I take that back. He's maintaining. Especially with the elephants behind. The push continues for DauT. There is a bombard there on the field though for the Abbasid dynasty, played by Core, trying to make good headway on that keep. There is a culverin as well, but the culverin is being shot at by the keep. There are actually 2 bombards trying to get rid of that keep. Boiling oil, you can see the animation there, but the tower elephant's starting to overwhelm, not even needing scholars at this point. And that is a huge number of tower elephants. I mean, has he deleted villages? It almost feels like it, but they're just so population efficient. I think he may have. Core struggling the population, 155. Yeah, I think DauT deleted villages. He's got 64 villages, and he's going for a strong push here with the elephants. Looks like it's uncounterable because the production buildings are starting to go down. Core struggling. The units are being killed as they pop out of the barracks, and Core might have to tap out here. He knows he's probably beaten at this point. He's trying to stem the flow of these tower elephants, but there seems to be nothing getting in the way of these elephants. These guys are stampeding through. The Abbasid dynasty crumbling at their heart, at the hands of these tower elephants from the Delhi Sultanate, is moving, edging closer towards those all-important landmarks, the House of Wisdom, and DauT coming in with a super aggressive keep. That is a get out of my game keep. A couple of outposts there with cannon emplacements. That could become a problem. Some of the villagers might die here, but that probably won't be enough to stem the flow because the tower elephants now heading towards the House of Wisdom, and these guys are going to chomp through that pretty quickly. Quite a few of them. And they're just taking out the army as they pop out. Hand cannoneers getting involved as well. Core struggling to hold on. The House of Wisdom surrounded by elephants. Core is going to need to mass up a large army, but he doesn't seem to be able to do so. Doesn't have the resources. Has got plenty of gold, mind you. That is rather surprising, but doesn't have a counter to these elephants, not in the mass like this. 21 of them, and his army. DauT heading in with some more spearmen in the back line as well, and that's going to be problematic for Core. They keep going up. Bombard does come out. That's not going to be enough. Not the single bombard on his own. A couple of spearmen coming up, but they're being peppered by these tower elephants. House of Wisdom more than 50% down. That's going to be on flames soon. DauT coming in with the Delhi Sultanate in the late Imperial Age. Who said Delhi aren't strong in the Imperial Age? In the hyper late game, they can do wonders. And DauT showing us how we can play Delhi Sultanate in the late game. Starting to set that House of Wisdom on fire. Villagers coming out for the repair, but Core needs more than that. He's going to need an answer to this. No landmark snipe coming in for Core. Instead, DauT going in for it. Taking out the House of Wisdom, now needs to focus on the town centre, the primary town centre. Another keep coming in for DauT. He's be sending most of his villagers. Core doesn't have that many left, and villagers being pulled by Core to try and repair the town centre. I don't think it's going to manage it. The horde of spearmen do head forward. Core bringing every single villager. Will that be enough for the Abbasid dynasty? Delhi with the tower elephants starting to set the town centre in flames. Looks like my PC is going to be turning to dust as well with flames, but it is hot here in the UK, and it is heating up for DauT's chances to get to the Red Bull Wallaloo main event. He takes out Core, and he shows us he is developing his skills back in Age of Empires 4. What a fantastic game. Back and forth, almost an hour long. What a fantastic showcase between the Abbasid dynasty and Delhi Sultanate. More importantly, between DauT and Core. Hope you guys enjoyed this casted game, and if you did, take care, and see you next time.